Dang it, I thought I was slick and doing good. Now I wasn't.
So no one heard us.
No one heard anything. It was perfect. It was a glorious intro, let me tell you. I'm Josh, JRB5.
And I'm Kevin, and I'm not going to repeat myself, but I'm Kevin.
Thank you, Jack, for the heads up there. But yes, the premise of the show is that we do a painting, live painting. As you can see right behind us, the canvas is ready. And we go off of suggestions from the previous show. So I think Pollyann suggested Talking Heads. So we're going to do
our version of Talking Heads.
Definitely.
And you'll see what it is when we're done.
Yep. So
it's always going to be our version of whatever, because, you know, everybody knows that creatives all have mental health issues anyway. So, you know, it's just going to come from our weird ass psyche.
Yeah. But it's going to be fun. Let's get the sponsors out of the way. If I can get to that button there. We got Orozco's Hot Sauce.
Orozco's.
Check him out on Facebook. And Big Sexy's beard brand. He's got a website fixing to come up. But for now, just hit him up if you want to try some pretty phenomenal beard products.
Do we have some of his products here tonight?
No, not some of his. Still waiting on the mail. It was Mob Fest 4.
Oh, okay.
So everybody.
Somebody's beard product.
So yeah, it was Mob Fest 4. Everybody had a good.
When's there going to be a room green beard product, huh?
No. I've already tried my hand at making beard products.
Did you?
Oh yeah. I mean, every beardo and their dog when they first get on tries to make beard products.
No, I don't.
Well, you're not a beardo then.
I'm a failure.
You're a failure at a beardo.
I'm gonna have to shave it all off.
No.
Captain Spaulding without a beard.
No. Yes. But yeah, so what else has been going on this week here?
I actually just left a really cool art show. All these people were from Dallas, and today only. Normally, I guess they hold it at WSU, which is cool. They held it downtown because it's easier to find. Because if you don't know, unless you're a college student or you've been to WSU, I know where the art stuff is, and a lot of people that's been there at least once knows, but even the old ways of getting there is still messed up because they've changed it so much. But it was really, really kind of cool. There was one local artist featured. It's people of color, and it was really enlightening too. I went in and talked to them, and people that know me, I really don't. I'm willing to learn, but I'm not going to back down either. I'm not going to be rude or forceful, but you know, if you ask me what I believe, I'm going to tell you, and then we can discuss it. And then I'm just going to add it to my watch. Hopefully, I'm a better person from it. And I've made a couple of friends and contacts, and I even talked about this show a little bit, so they may be popping in. I don't know. And I even said that it would be kind of cool maybe in the future to get them on the show too. Some really cool art. I learned some new techniques, and I just can't wait to try them out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting the screen pulled up. I was slacking again. Thought I was doing good. Dang it.
Okay, are we even on still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is one good thing going on, and I'll just bring it up. For you locals, the Elbow Room's reopening. So their first big show is next Saturday. Odds Against Parallax. I think it's Roach Limit and someone else. I can't remember. I'm not going to be going to that one.
I'm going to get started. How about that?
Because Barleycorn's got some people coming down from Kansas City that I know. So I'm actually going to visit that show. But it's really neat. really neat. I keep saying neat. He
Neato
said neat.
burrito.
That the restrictions are, I guess everything's back to 2, but boy,
Yeah,
I can't make it past 12. I found that out last night. I did a live show last night. It was kind of maybe I had Gypsy on the mind because he's one of our guests tonight. I want to do like a tattoo kind of look for a bald eagle, but with my flair to it and stuff. And did it outside. It was perfect weather. Then the sun went down. Oh my God, it got cold.
Yeah, that's
And I'm gonna have to use some of your revitalizing stuff because some of my paint's kind of gummed up from all that cold weather. But by the time I got done, nothing was drying because there was like a little fine sheet of moisture on everything.
Oh, geez.
So I put it in the car and let it sit in the sun this morning. So it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But that was kind of cool. Other things coming up. Got a lot coming up. I'm excited about. Pretty soon here talking to Gypsy. I know him as the Master. It's going to be fun talking with him. And also we got Amanda, who's a local entertainer here, and stuff that she's going on. I mean, I'm one of her minions, Goonies, whatever. I'm not sure. I like working with her, and it's fun.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff you guys been doing. I like it.
But yeah, I'll just go ahead and go on to what I normally talk about anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm going to push a couple of CDs. First, I'm going to push an old school CD. Okay. Broke. Remember them?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Probably been 20 years. I don't even know if you can see this because it's such a light cover. I know I can't see it. But local guitarist Greg Garcia and crew.
Yeah.
And currently, Greg Garcia, they're all, I think, in other bands.
Yeah.
Some of them moved, I think. But when they came out and they started playing, they were starting to get really good. Then they disbanded because someone moved out of town. Oh, yeah. The cover's even coming off. See, look. I'm going to have to reglue it. I can tell you just don't play it anymore. But they were, early 2000s. Kind of a hard rock metal band. And fun to watch, but it's a lot of those guys. I know some Odds Against, one of our local hardcore bands that's done well for themselves, and several other bands off and on. The next one is actually one of my favorite CDs that came out this last year, and it's by Josh Hess. He did a solo project. I highly recommend you get this. Anybody that's into the Wichita metal scene, Josh Hess, one of the main members for a fairly successful band back in the day, and it's still probably a little bit even now, Dead Orchestra. And he's done a lot of other stuff too. But this is his solo one. And so he's got different people doing vocals and stuff on here from a lot of the other local bands and stuff like that. I think he's getting ready to do another one. And I keep saying, yeah, you need to get my stupid vocals on there, but I'm way down the list. So he has to do about 5 of them before I get on it. And that's what I got there. So you want to click on, we didn't do the timer this time.
We're stuck.
Oh, no.
It's a free for all.
I'll give you an extra 10 minutes.
So we're going to go ahead and bring the Gypsy on. You ready? Ready
Gypsy,
down there?
It's just Gypsy.
He's got the on there, man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he said
the Gypsy?
So we'll let him clarify. Is it the?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am the Gypsy. That's actually my phone name. Yeah, the Gypsy. I'm
so used to calling you the Master, so the Gypsy part just goes through on me.
Well, that's the first name, and then Gypsy's the last name, or the middle name, and then period's the last name. The Gypsy period.
Yeah, we're high tech here. We got one long cord and one short cord. So, but
I can see how high tech you are.
Yeah. Did you hear the premise of what we do? So basically, he's going to be painting for about 10 minutes, and then when the 10 minutes is up, we're going to rotate. So if you hear us say time's up or something like that, it's not necessarily you. Okay, just to let you know.
Okay, not a problem. I mean, we're talking art. I like art, so Yeah,
I know. Since that's a good segue, tell us about some of the. We'll just start with let's start with the Top Con. How did
Okay.
you come about that and anything you want to talk about it, and the fact that you got one scheduled for this year, which is cool.
Well,
I'd rather have something
TopCon,
scheduled.
I
I'd rather have
know.
something scheduled though.
It better stay scheduled too, boy. I'm telling you what. People wear your mask. I want to have my show this year, okay? Get your vaccines. I got to have my show.
We're going to put like tape everywhere for 6 feet intervals and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. We actually have 2 different floor plans for Stormont Vale Events Center. One has social distancing and the other is, hey, business as usual. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they've lifted most of the restrictions have been lifted. So last time they did that, we had a huge outbreak. So hopefully this time.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, we're rolling ahead as if everything's on track. So we're gonna keep that positive attitude going with it.
That's all we can do at this point.
Any confirmed stars there yet, or are you going to have to wait?
Well, you mean besides you?
Yeah, besides me.
Oh, besides you.
You got Taskmaster Mad Hatter.
Well, who we have confirmed right now as far as star status goes, we have Rick Stacy, who is DC and Marvel artist, and we also have Greg Peters, who is the animator for Animaniacs. We have him. Nice. And Pinky and the Brain and all that good stuff. Yeah. Those are actually the 2 that we can tell you about right now.
Okay.
We have a really big one, but we can't say anything at this point because I haven't signed the final contract yet. And when the final contract's signed, then the tickets are going to go on sale. Now I've signed contracts with him. Oh, so it's a guy. I've signed contracts with him, but where he actually is going to be performing the night before TopCon at the Topeka Performing Arts Center. And I need to sign the final contracts with them before I can make the announcement.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, you're not going to get a surprise announcement.
Yeah. Somehow you just went dark. Did someone turn off a light? No, now it came back on. It's fine. I can still see it, but all of a sudden it's like you're in a big shadow. But
okay. Well, it looks good on my end.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It might have been just something, come on, it's the internet.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's some of your favorite stars that you've had there? Some of them that you'd like to get back if ever possible.
Oh, wow. Some of the favorites that we've had was Patrick Barnett, the guy that's played a Borg in every single instance of Star Trek where there was a Borg.
He was the first Borg, actually.
A Borg?
Wasn't he the first Borg?
A Borg is that half cyborg, half human thing.
I know what they are. He was the very first Borg from First Contact.
Yes, he was. Yeah. Well, actually, he's the one. He's the Borg that's working on Picard in First Contact. When Picard's on the table, and he's working on Picard in First Contact.
Right. Yeah, so I did. Yeah. I did a portrait of him, and he signed it.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, he's been one of our favorites. We really like Patrick.
He does a hell of a good Christopher Watkins.
Yes, he's hilarious. I've heard him do it. He's very funny.
He's a jazz singer too. That was such a cool concert.
See, the thing of it is, jazz. I'm there. If it's jazz or blues, I'm totally there. So
that's why you never invite into my bands. Is that it? Because we're always thrash and punk and stuff. So
well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to assault the poor guy's ears. Okay. Anyway, another one of our favorites was Amanda Burse, who was Marcy Darcy on Married with Children. She was an amazing lady. She was a lot of fun. If you're wondering whether you can still see me, yes, you can see me. I can see me.
No, we can see.
Okay.
You.
All right.
He just clicked on some of the stuff going across
bells
the bottom.
And whistles.
Yeah. He likes his bells and whistles. I got one button I want to push, and it's red, and he won't let me.
Oh, damn.
Eject button.
Yeah, there's been some. I've been with TopCon since I think, first show or second show. I can't remember.
Second show.
One? Yeah.
I actually used your picture from the second show here not too long ago on a promo.
It wasn't the one where I was sparring Darth Vader. What was his name?
Oh, Spencer Wilding.
Yeah, that dude is tall, and I usually have a reach advantage when I'm sparring, but I wasn't even close. Of course, I'm trying to fight him in my clown costume.
I had this really great photo of you and Susan at a booth, at her booth, and I used it for a promo for creators. And I mean, it was an excellent photo, so I definitely used it for a creator thing, and it was a good promo.
Okay.
But that was from the second time, or the first time you were there, second show.
Yeah, because then I started emceeing a little bit after that.
Yep, you sure did.
A couple of shows, and well, I just learned as Captain Spaulding, almost everybody needs help, so you just start helping. And next thing I know, I get invited as a special guest, which is cool.
Yeah, and
you're one of my first chances, and I've actually used that on a resume, and now I'm getting other. Well, right now I'm not getting other chances, but I've had other chances.
Are you kidding? I'm on a resume. Yes, I knew I would make it someday.
I just said that guy that runs TopCon. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at least I made it somewhat.
Right. So, what made you decide to, of all things, to run well, it's not called a Comic-Con anymore. They're called a Fan Expo, right?
Mine's an expo. Yeah, it's a fan expo. It was an accident.
San Diego.
It was an accident. It was a total and complete accident. These people had this 5,000 square foot event center at the top of this bank building, and they weren't getting anybody to rent it. And they asked me if I could come up with some way for people to rent that. And I said, well, why are you waiting for other people to throw events up there? Why don't you throw your own event? And they're like, what? Never even occurred to them to throw an event. So I said, yeah, you can throw your own event. And they said, well, can you help us with that? I said, sure. So the first thing we did was a film festival, which we had about 100 people there. It wasn't too shabby, But then I told them, I said, you know what? I said, comic books are really huge. I said, a lot of people like them. I said, why don't you do a buy-sell trade show and do a one-day buy-sell trade show, invite people to come up, bring their comic books up, trade them, sell them, whatever. I said, that'll get a bunch of people in there. Charge a small admission, and you'll make a little money off of it. Well, within 2 weeks, I suddenly realized that inadvertently I had created a con. People were going absolutely nuts, wanting to know what special guests we were going to have, what we had planned, what type of events were going to be going on, what type of panels. And I actually scrambled to get a guest, and the Enigma owed me a favor. So I called him my favor, and he came and was our very first special guest at TopCon. And I realized by the end of the thing, we ended up with 750 people in a 5,000 square foot area with less than 30 days social media advertising. And I realized that we had created a monster, and there was no way we could let the monster die. We decided just to keep feeding it.
Yeah. And I got to see the second one where it was in the downstairs levels where it was kind of split and stuff, and that was just awesome. And then of course they overbooked you on the third one, and that was a weird thing. Because remember we were booked during the wedding.
Oh, you have no idea how mad I was. I was like,
well, the wedding people were sneaking into the con and everything.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling good that one. Remember, I was just like, oh, leave me alone.
Well, I mean, that was bad. The wedding part was bad enough, but what was even badder is what the venue did to me. I was on them all year long to get me a contract, right? Constantly. Where's my contract? Where's my contract? And they had quoted me this one price.
He's talking.
And the next thing I knew, 10 days out of the con, they get me a contract, and it's triple what they had quoted me.
We're fucking
tag team.
Just carry on.
He's talking.
That's okay. I'm just watching. I'm fascinated.
No, it was
cool. Anyway, yeah, they charged me triple of what they had quoted me. And with only 10 days before the con, there wasn't much I could do except pay it.
That's where we're at on that. It's a little different spin on the Fab Four than you thought. I was listening to some Beatles today, but yeah.
Come on, I play a serial killer horror clown. You think I'm going to put the Beatles on there?
Oh, come on, man! Don't crash my Beatles.
I've done a couple paintings of Beatles. I love the Beatles.
Like we said earlier, if you have an idea, we usually take ideas from the audience and our guests on what our next piece is going to be. So,
Beatles.
To think about.
Beatles. See?
Beatles.
You done opened your mouth. Now we got to paint Beatles.
Yeah. I heard it, Beatles.
The Beatles.
Beatles. The Beatles, not Bugs, okay? Not Bugs.
But someone else. But if somebody else says something else, like that one mermaid, where we did that.
What, Ariel?
Turn him into a merman.
No, that would suck.
I like Beatles better.
That would suck. Batteries down that thing.
I
know. So what else is up?
So Mad Hatter's back in there. Where's my costume?
Oh, where's his costume?
It is spending a lot of time being remade and unmade, but I have to get it done soon because there's actual cons coming up.
I know.
Yeah, he paid for that. You got to get it taken care of.
Yeah, I need to get this shit done. But you've got me all working all the time like I work for you or something.
Okay. Great, now we got a family feud going on. Oops.
She does work for me.
No, he works for me. He works for me.
I know the truth on that. And publicly, I'll say Mad Hatter works for you, but I know the truth, so I back. So what do you call that? The plausible deniability.
Yeah. Well, she thinks she's all that and a bunch of bananas, but I'll just let her think
I'm just using bananas to cover the smell of your body.
So she is a bunch of bananas.
Yeah, she is a bunch of bananas. She covers my body. What can I say?
No, the smell will cover your body until I can get
Is this a family show? Is this a family show, by the way?
Yeah, one until 10 mints ago.
Yeah. Not anymore.
I'm a sweet and delicate and kind woman.
She's saying this as she's holding a knife up in the air.
I'm not.
So what else you want to know about?
Well, I got your website splashing down there. You got your website for your tattoo shop. It's there in Topeka, correct?
Yes, it is. Yep.
And
it's Artist Alley Studios.
UBTAT2D.com, right?
That's it. You be tattooed.
You be tattooed.
And then there's TopCon.
Yep.
There's a cool story about you being a tattoo artist too, though.
Well, yeah, I'm the most experienced one in the state of Kansas. I've been doing this over 45 years.
He hurt my arm.
Anyway, I've been doing it a whole long time, and I'm also the most experienced piercer in the state of Kansas. Been doing it since 1990.
Nice.
Yep. So I've been at it a while.
A minute. Seems like it was just yesterday, doesn't it?
Yeah, I tell you what, it's so weird. Just like with TopCon, becoming a tattoo artist was an accident too.
Yeah.
That isn't even what I was supposed to be doing. I was supposed to be drawing pretty pictures for Hallmark cards. I could have been doing them openings on the Hallmark Channel and what have you.
Yeah.
This week's sappy movie is.
Yeah, and you get absolutely no control over creativity either.
Well, that's exactly how. Well, actually, if you want to hear the story real quick, I'll tell you how I became a tattoo artist.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I was 19 years old, and my mom, in the middle of I was in my senior year in high school. My mom decided during Christmas break that we were going to move from the town where we were at, which was Weston, Missouri, to St. Joe, Missouri. And I'm like, "Are you out of your mind? I'm in my senior year." what makes you think I want to finish out the last of my senior year in a new school?
Yeah.
And she says, oh, you can make new friends. It's fine. No, I want to graduate with my class, So I had made plans to go ahead and commute back and forth from St. Joe to Western Missouri over the last of the school year. And when school went back in session in January, I walked through the front door and the principal met me and he said, what are you doing here? I said, going to school. He said, but you have all your credits. You don't have to go to school. I said, what do you mean I don't have to go to school? He says, you got all your credits. He says, what are you? Oh, he's sitting there. Okay. He said, you can check out anytime you want.
But you can never leave.
So needless to say, I beelined it to the office as quick as I could and checked out. I was gone. Yeah. Well, at the time I was taking art classes. At the time I was taking art classes at Kansas City Art Institute. And I'm turning this a little bit. I was doing art classes at Kansas City Art Institute. And so to me, this was perfect. I could pick up full-time art classes and still hold a job. And I didn't have to worry about high school anymore. Well, when I got home that day, there was a letter in the mailbox for me. And Hallmark Cards wanted to interview me for a position as an artist. And so I contacted them. And I ended up going up the next day. It was January 5th. Of 1976. And I went up there and I walked into this guy's office and he presents a contract to me and I'm reading through it. And I get to paragraph 15 and paragraph 15 said, any and all work I did over the next 15 years belonged exclusively to Hallmark.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute, does this mean you can come into my house and see a mural that I've painted hanging above my fireplace and say that's ours and take it? He goes, well, technically. I said, no. This is a simple yes or no question. Yes, you can. No, you can't. And he says, well, theoretically, yes, we can. And I said, well, theoretically, I'm going to have to think about this.
Yeah.
And he said, well, we'll have the contract here when you're ready to sign it. I hope they still don't have the contract because it's going to be really dusty. Anyway, I walked out knowing I wasn't going to sign that contract. I was 19 years old. If I signed that contract, I'd be an old man of 34 by the time that contract expired. And I couldn't see someone owning my soul for that long. So I was going home. I was heading home and trying to figure out a way to kill time. And because I didn't want to go home and see my mom. My mom, her big dream was for me to go to work for Hallmark. And it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So I haven't passed the tattoo studio. And I had never, ever, I don't know what she's doing behind me, but okay. I had never, ever been in a tattoo studio. I hadn't even thought about getting a tattoo. I was just kind of curious to see if they were the way they were in movies. What are you doing back there?
Well, we can see her, so if something's happening.
I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, I walked in the tattoo studio and I asked the old boy that was running the place, I said, do you mind if I watch you work? And he said, sure, but don't talk to me. Okay, dude, no problem. 14 hours later, when he closed up, I was still there. And as he closed up, he said, when do you want to start learning how to tattoo? I said, well, what makes you think I want to learn how to tattoo? And he said, boy, he says, I've been doing this for 28 years. I see you back there. I can see what you're doing. I've been doing this for 28 years and no one watches me for 14 hours straight without wanting to learn.
Yeah.
I said, well, yeah, I'm going to have to think about it. And turned around. Now she's being weird in front of me. Turned around. I went home. 3 o'clock in the morning. My mom wants to know where in the hell I've been. And I said, Mom, I'm not going to go to work for Hallmark. She says, what do you mean you're not going to go to work for Hallmark? What are you going to do? I said, I'm going to become a tattoo artist. She screamed and fainted.
Oh, geez.
You make more money as a
that
tattoo artist.
one that you just put on the table that you took out, that's very expensive.
I know.
You don't need to be stuffing very expensive things inside your bra, okay? Anyway, here I am 45 years later with a crazy wife, okay?
Yeah,
so now you have it.
Is she making it so we're going to have to actually put this channel on Pornhub?
No.
No, she's stealing my toys.
All right. Well, I think we'll let you guys go and get on with the sort the toys out there. We're gonna bring.
Yeah.
I got a little giving away to do real quick, and then we're gonna bring Amanda on. But it was great talking with you. I'm gonna try to
Awesome.
get up there, make my first Top Con this year, hopefully.
October
Hopefully.
16th and 17th, Stormont Valley Event Center.
Yep. I think I'm gonna have to come check it out.
You got the big
Awesome.
side. You got the big side.
What's that?
You got the big side.
Oh yeah, I got the big site, and they just remodeled it. It's huge.
Oh,
Awesome.
It's massive.
Even bigger than before, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's a third bigger than it was before. So
Cool.
yeah, it'll be nice. She's still stealing my toys. Guys, I'm gonna let you go so I can beat my wife. Okay. All
Have
right,
a good
I'll
one.
talk to
Thanks
you
for
later.
coming on.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. That was fun. That was fun. But we're gonna do a little giveaway now. I think we've got a few people on there. Anybody want to get some free stuff? I got some. Let me grab it. Some CBD, blah 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 blah. Beard Balm. They're not our sponsors. I just came into a few of these. It's a sandalwood vanilla, I think. No, bourbon sandalwood scent. So, I don't know. How do you want to do it? We got 9 people on. So, I don't know. Do you want to ask a question, Kevin? Anybody want any Beard Balm? I got 5 of them to give away today.
People have been watching, Gypsy was on there. Can someone name the 2 professions that we talked about that he actually does?
Okay, there was the question. Gypsy, our guest we just had on, what are the 2 professions? He's got a few of them, but what are the 2 ones that he talked about on the show? So first one to answer with that one, and why we got this before me and Kevin switch up and bring in Amanda down there. I want y'all to remember sharing is caring, So share this episode. Share it with everybody. Share it multiple places, anywhere you can, because that's how it gets the word out. Oh, goodness. And you can find Kevin and I. Kevin's there on the... You're right, I think. I don't know. We got our social media, so find us there. And, of course, you can find us on Talking Beards Network, Room Green Productions, YouTube, and Twitch. So we still haven't got an answer. Guess nobody wants no free stuff. We're going to switch.
It's pretty easy if you guys are paying attention.
Yeah, we'll bring her on. We're going to bring you on. You ready down there? I hope so, because here we go. Boom. You want some Beard Balm?
I was just trying to grow one out for you boys.
Well,
I put other hairy areas if it works there.
Well, I don't know if you know much about the bearding community, but it's a lot like what you guys do over there. It is it's a fantasy world. The women get involved. They build creative beards, and some of them use real facial hair. So it's a lot of fun.
So I probably have my own beard.
Yes.
Her as a creative, she'd probably win.
Yes, you would probably love it. Like I said, we got I'm a member of the Bearded Monkey Social Club, and we got June. I think was our next one that we've got slated. So we'll have to bug you and bring you out and see what it's about.
Okay, yeah.
If I can MC again, so we'll see if it happens or not.
We're going to switch real quick.
That sounds great. I'm going to start envisioning, maybe some leaves or some
me over here.
Oh,
rose leaves. That would be divine smelling, right? All you beardy people out there.
We'd be tripping. Sorry.
We need to go wireless so bad.
You have that wireless mic, or do I have it?
You got one of mine. I had another one somewhere, but you know my last situation. I feel like I'm cheating here because I know you so well. So tell me what you've been up to, which I already know, but you can tell the audience and experts.
I would love to. So today I spent the afternoon with an absolutely lovely lady, and we took my good friend, the ICT Easter Bunny, out to get some ice cream at Churn and Burn in Wichita, Kansas. If you've never been to Wichita and you're within like a 45-minute drive, I tell you what, it's that good. They use liquid nitrogen, and they mix the liquid nitrogen with the ice cream base and put some coffee in it. And the tiramisu is my favorite. It gives you a rush.
So
while
you were there and
Like-
canceled our costuming time. And I could have been there with you in my elf suit.
That is true. So we have the elves and the Flint Hills fairies and the ICT Easter Bunny that are all getting ready to be very active right now. I don't know how much lore you know about the spring. I'm pretty sure that gnomes spend all winter growing their beards, right? Because what else are you going to do but sit there? And spring, the spring equinox, which is on the 21st this month, you might already see a little bit of work of the fairies, right? A flower popping here, a flower popping there. But I tell you what, we're all getting ready for the big day, the big celebration.
Yeah, I'm hyped too. I'm not a major part of this one, but I had fun when we did the Santa thing. Tell us a little bit about your Flint Hills fairies and the American Menagerie.
Yeah, so the American Menagerie is my brain. Would you like a key to get into it? It's a menagerie is a collection of animals, right? And I like to teach young children that humans are animals too, right? We're all part of the same magical kingdom. So I guess I've always been interested in theater and improv and dressing up. I've also just been making up stories since I was a kid, and I full well believe in them. So the Flint Hills fairies grew out of that love of magic, right? And the need that I see in women, young and old, to believe a little bit more in themselves and in the powers that we have within. So we're a performance troupe, as well as we'll go and we'll do birthday parties, singing telegrams, that kind of thing. And so it started out as the fairies, but we also have the ICT Easter Bunny. He took his hat off because he had a long afternoon.
And you grabbed the right one. The other one looks really angry. Oh, she's got it there. There it is. Look at this. Look how angry he looks.
He's got a beard. He's got a beard going on. You guys need any beardy photos with the Easter Bunny? Give me a call, icteasterbunny.com. We have a professional photographer that works with us. And I guess, it's always been something I've enjoyed. I always wanted to go see the Easter Bunny at the mall when I was a kid.
And I'm so honored to be part of that. Even as a little part, I'm still very honored. You got me with fairy wings, and I said I never would. Now I got some.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm proud of those wings. You saw how big they are. So when I get those things done, I am going to rock it.
Yeah, and it's fairies and elves and witches and pirates
and other forest creatures.
Yeah, Kevin is a stunning forest protector, let me tell you what.
Yeah, that photo shoot we did a couple weeks ago, that was fun, and those pictures came out.
Yeah, I'm really excited to share.
She adapts so quickly to something new too. I mean, it was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just amazing. So you got that. Are you gonna do anything for the probably? We have St. Patrick's coming up, but I don't think you're doing anything for that, are you?
No, we are not. Other than just flitting around and being fairies, we're not doing anything specific for St. Patrick's Day. If it was a normal year, Delano in Wichita, Kansas, the neighborhood has a parade, and so if it was a normal year, I'm sure we would have a car in the parade.
Yeah, I'm actually working on some St. Patrick's stuff too. I was doing it on my own, but pretty soon I got the tie and the hat, but I don't have the rest of the suit. So
yeah, and it's funny. It's so much more than just leprechauns and drinking, right? And so St. Patrick's Day is really, I know, mind blowing, right? St. Patrick's Day was originally a celebration of St. Patrick, who drove the snakes out of Ireland. And what he did is he was a Catholic who came in and tamed the pagans, right?
You got the snakes drunk?
Yeah.
Is that why it's all about?
And it's slithered all over town. Yeah, I guess it's like the celebration of, Catholicizing the country. And we all just get really drunk and celebrate leprechauns and gold, which, fun fact, is like the leprechauns are the ones that keep all the fairy gold. Right. So I can't carry that stuff around. I collect it in the dewdrops. I got to have somewhere to keep it.
Yeah.
So my leprechaun has like 3, I've been really saving up this year, has like 3 cauldrons full of gold coins that I've been, pilfering from the rich. And we're saving them up so that we can do a real big celebration this year for the summer solstice. We will have a get together at Riverside Park at the Standing Stones to celebrate the longest day of the year. But I do get that's in June.
Yeah. Okay.
That's in June. So it's like way far off.
Well, you've already thrown some stuff that we're doing at me, and I couldn't remember what dates were what, but
for the spring equinox, we'll also be having a get together at Riverside Park, and you're welcome to dress up like a fairy or a gypsy or a pirate or whatever. I don't think we're cosplay, right?
No, I've always felt, and I think that's why you and I team up so well. I see us being more entertainers than we're costume entertainers. And I was going to throw a quick disclaimer in there. She said, girls and kids and young women, but performing with her, it's also a lot of men that I think we entertain too. Even though the fathers get a little standoffish, they're right in there taking the photos with us.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we did the Santa, that older couple that gave us the treats,
mm-hmm.
that was a blast, and they were singing along with us and stuff. So it's worth the few minutes for entertainment, people, especially right now with a lot of close-up stuff going on. And Amanda's always going to be there, and she's such an entertainer. She will drag you into her world, and that's what she's done with me. And I'm loving it. You become my therapist, believe it or not. It's kind of weird, not that way, but because some of my history, and I'm loving it. Because remember when I first started, I said, "Well, I'll probably never be a fairy," and now I'm working on it.
And now here you are. Well, I don't do the horror stuff, right? As a fairy, when, I don't know if you guys know a lot about fairy magic or how our minds work, but when I see somebody getting murdered on TV, it hurts and it scares me, right? I don't like blood. I don't like gore. I don't like scary things, because when I see something, it's real. Okay.
But it all channels through me, and that's where I come out with all my horror stuff. So that way it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, thank you for protecting the forest and the fairies, because all the gore stuff that you do just creeps me out. Clowns don't scare me, but every time you talk about doing Captain Spaulding and then you get into this deep conversation with somebody that's hanging out with us, I'm like, I don't.
Well, because I start sounding more and more like him as I talk, because that was the biggest. I thought it was funny because when we were doing the Santa Claus thing, remember the first couple of shows, first couple of places I held back because I was so used to doing it as Captain Spaulding, and I was like, I understand now why actors have to get into their character, and it took me a little bit to get into that character. And then the last 5 or 6 we did, I thought it was great. I was right on, but the first few, I was like, "What? You don't like clowns?"
I was like, "You're supposed to say ho, ho, ho." These people are paying us to come to their porch. Can you act like Santa?
I was trying to, but it was just the first couple was just rough. So next time we need to, maybe do some role play, because you got to remember, we just come off of Halloween, and then I do all that
gory stuff.
all that Nightmare Before Christmas stuff at the same time. So I'm going to have to learn to switch between the two, but. No, I had a blast. I mean, initially I wasn't 100% sure, but actually playing the role of Santa Claus was really fun, and seeing those people just lighting up, whether they were, most of them were older adults that we did. And that's the reason I'm saying, guys, the fairies, you're going to love them. You're going to love them. So you got that going on. maybe I can talk Gypsy into us being a whole troop up there, and maybe do a performance.
Yeah, that would be fun. We've got a lot of different songs that are good for adults and children, right? I know some of them are pirate songs, because who doesn't need a good pirate and
I
fairy
still remember the bass parts of that. Yo ho and a bottle.
and a bottle of fun. Yo ho ho and a bottle of fun.
They do have an after hours too, so kind of like the Renaissance fairs. They have an after hours thing too. So.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. I've been a teacher, right? So I just left the teaching profession, but I've been a teacher for like 12 years. And so all of the body things that I've done have been, well, like late at night in bars, but never on stage, because I don't know, there's part of me that felt guilty, like your teacher shouldn't be telling nasty jokes about carrots and the Easter bunny, right? And so it's really nice to have walked away from that profession and get to kind of decide what that line is for myself,
Right.
you know?
And
I love the body humor.
I think, I'm not going to talk about some of your personal stuff, but last time we talked, it sounds like you got some things headed going your way. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it'll work. Because if you do what you talked about, I think you're a perfect fit for that. I really do. If you remember what we talked about. But
yeah, the feet thing?
No, the gardening thing.
Oh, okay.
Landscaping thing.
I thought I might sell some photos of my feet. Yeah, the gardening thing has been great.
Well, now we know, guys. If you want some fairy feet, we got some fairy feet.
Yeah, and it's I live on 2 acres of wooded property by the Little Arkansas River. Like, I'm in the town of Wichita, but I'm so blessed to have these like ancient trees outside my door and all these birds coming through. And it is, I think, a natural extension, of the fairy thing. And the fairy thing's a natural extension of the plant thing and the landscape design. Gypsy was talking about how he didn't intend to do either of the things. He didn't intend to be a tattoo artist, and he didn't intend to run these cons, but it just happened. And I think that's sometimes the best thing.
And he's turned it into something that's it's as big as, or a little bit bigger than the Wichita ones, but obviously not as big as the Kansas City one. But he doesn't need to be. Maybe in the future he will be. I mean, I got to meet so many cool people, from stars to, of course, the WWE wrestlers and stuff, and a lot of secondary and third stars. And I got to meet Darth Vader before he was Darth Vader. He already did the show, but we couldn't talk about it, from Rogue One. Spencer Wilding. I got to spar him. He's his nation's champion for kickboxing, and oh my god, and I can hold my own, but I was wearing the costume, so it made it a little tougher. But I don't think if we would win all out, I would have been able to touch him. And at that time I was training pretty hard. But so tell us more about some of the other, you said you're going to do the equinox coming up. You got the bunny thing. Oh, tell us more about that. What you got? Are you still going to do where is the ICT bunny?
Yes, it's where in Wichita is the ICT Easter bunny. If you see one of these postcards around town, pick it up, because it has a 20% off coupon on the back. And the way that it works is that the Easter bunny, we have contracted with 10 locally owned businesses in Wichita, Kansas, and we have decided what time we're going to show up. We don't advertise it to the public, because especially with it being a COVID year, like, we don't need a long line of people waiting to see the Easter bunny. And so we'll show up, like today we showed up at Churn and Burn in Wichita, Kansas, stayed there for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, got a delicious ice cream, and took photos with a lot of hilarious photos with people, right? Young and old.
So is she was in training, so is she going to work out?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is it someone I know?
No, it's so when we look for performers, I've looked for them in many places. My favorite ones are always the carnies, because they're a little bit twisted, But I pulled people randomly off Facebook, and I pulled people who are in the theater community, and it makes a big difference because people in the theater community understand how to be, like you were talking about, how to be a different character. And so
and I knew how to be Santa Claus. I just couldn't channel it, and I didn't realize I wasn't channeling until you told me just be Santa Claus, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not. You're right." So
yeah, it
sometimes
takes
you gotta
really a lot of thought, and you have to get in the zone. You
Right.
know, that's why we put the costume on, right? Like Amanda
Right.
Mayflower is cool,
Well, I
but
was doing both, and I just wasn't switching. But
Barry.
it's the first time I've ever had to switch. So, because usually if I switch, it's from like one horror character to another horror character or some bad guy or something like that. But I always kept Captain Spaulding in mind. In this case, I can't. So it was
Yeah.
a learning situation. I really look forward to the future of performing with you more.
Yeah, thank you.
Well,
I'm
because
excited to have you.
I'm proud to say too, she's got 2 recordings out there, and I'm the one that recorded it.
Oh yeah, when I do my musical stuff.
Yeah, when you were doing the folk stuff you were doing and stuff, and that was so cool.
Yeah, I look forward to bringing that back as a pirate, right? Before I was Amanda Mayflower, I was Clementine.
Yeah.
And she was a costume that crawled out of a dumpster in Washington, D.C. And I was like, oh my God, red velvet. Oh, yes.
Out of a dumpster?
Yeah, I pulled it out of a dumpster in Washington, D.C. And when I got home, I made the bodice for it, like the black part on top, and just turned the whole thing into a froofy dress. But yeah, Clementine, I bet I met her when I was 21, and she the costume crawled out of a dumpster in Washington, D.C. So she's my space pirate, and she's my steampunk girl. I'm not sure if we'll take the ferries to the steampunk festival they have in Hannibal, Missouri, but I've been 2 or 3 times now just as a fan, and it is so fun. Like last year, this guy was dressed up like the White Rabbit, and he let me hunt him in the crowd. And I had my Nerf gun, right? Because Nerf guns are a thing, which everybody needs a Nerf gun. If you're gonna go to a fucking con, if you're gonna go to a steampunk thing, bring a Nerf gun, because then we can have wars, and then I can chase you through.
I've been through several. You know what? That might be a thing we can do too. Because I know that other group, they do the Nerf thing. Oh gosh, dang it. What are they called? They have the black trucks and black cars that are all at all the cons. They do all that. They get to shoot these zombies with Nerf guns and stuff. It's really cool.
Don't be scared.
Fun.
That's the Fab Four.
Yeah. There's our Fab Four.
They're not that scared. They're the ancient, the originals.
We got Chewbacca, the Mummy, Frankenstein, and is that vampire? Is that Dracula?
Dracula.
Yeah. But yeah, Chewbacca wasn't one of the Fab Four.
Oh, well then who's that? Swamp Thing?
Werewolf.
Wolfman.
Oh, Wolfman.
You were close because Chewbacca kind of is a Wolfman.
Yeah.
We're gonna switch here real quick.
Okay, sounds good. 10 minutes left.
Probably won't be done with this piece because it's
Gotta push ourselves. We'll get close.
I'll just hit overdrive.
We'll get close.
Yeah, push the overdrive button. Here's a little fairy dust for you, Kevin.
Still his paint since it's already out.
Got John saying hi.
Hey, John.
Keystone Lake.
Oh, hey, you want to try to?
How you doing, John? Beard Laws, Mr. Matt McClear. Yeah, nobody's answered the question. I guess y'all don't want free stuff.
Where's your black at? My black's all gummy.
It's in there. It's low, but there should be enough.
Yeah, Kevin kind of got me back into painting. I've always enjoyed gluing things together. Like I'm a mixed media artist.
Oh, yeah.
More than anything, but Kevin likes to paint. So we've been painting some rocks and painting some old treasure boxes and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't up until, like I said, I did like maybe 2 paintings in like the last 2 years. And this year my thing was, okay, I want to do more paintings. And Kevin's like, "Hey, we should do a collab," and I'm like, "Well, okay, let's do a freaking show." And then here we are.
I love art and I love sharing it with people.
Yeah.
And kids standing around watching me, I throw them in all the time.
Mhm.
Drawing here.
That's looking pretty wicked back there, Kevin. I like it.
We don't have a whole lot left to do, so
Not really.
I'm going to use my Saquon.
But we got about 5 minutes left on the show. So anything else you want to touch on before we kick you off here?
Oh, I don't think so. If you're in the Wichita area and you want to have a little extra fun at your party, be sure and check out FlintHillsFerries.com.
Yep.
If you have an idea, if you have an
Website's down
idea
below.
that's not on the website, we're happy to follow your dreams. And if you're not in Wichita, then we like to travel too.
You can travel either way.
Yeah.
Come
for
to
any
us. Yeah,
cost.
either way.
Yeah. So
All right.
thank
Well,
you guys for having me on your show.
One last question. What should we do for our next art project?
I can guess. It's going to be fairies, Beatles. We're going to do Beatles as fairies, aren't we?
Oh, I was thinking a luck dragon.
The luck dragon. I like that better than fairies.
Yeah, I
don't got nothing against fairies. Nothing at all. I promise.
You didn't say.
Well, all right. Well, you have a good night. We will talk to you soon. I'm gonna come out probably to do the find the bunny, take the kid. So
okay,
I'll have to watch the video because I missed it, but I'll have to watch the video to find what the flyer looks like.
Okay, sounds good. You guys take care.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Let's see what we got.
Anybody guess our thing yet, or are you gonna try again?
No, like I say, the question was the gypsy was our first guess, and you could win free stuff. I've got 5 of these to give away, but nobody's really, so I don't know.
You got someone in your family with a beard, that's not me.
But the question was, gypsy, what 2 professions did we talk about? Oh, well, let's see what else is going on. So, have we got a few people that hung out with us? They all were pretty quiet tonight.
Oh, they really weren't at first, but it's so hard to read the stuff because it's so small.
Yeah.
That's the biggest issue.
But we got the Weekend Crew, the Talking Beards Network. Here's the full one there. Got Monday. I will be on the Craft Whisker Show tomorrow, building a beard, a craft beard. Amanda, I see you still down there, so that's a good way to get involved too. See, the premise of that show is the person who sponsors it sends an identical box to 2 contestants. We can't open my box. My package is up there. We can't open it until the show starts.
Oh, so you're doing one now?
Yeah, I was on there. I sponsored last show, and I'm building the beard next tomorrow. Right? Yeah, it's tomorrow. Jeez. So check that out. It'll be fun. You got the Talking Beards, the big boys themselves on Tuesday. Wednesday, you got What Up Mob Wednesday. I'm sure there will be recapping everything that happened this weekend. It was looked like an incredible time there at Mob Fest 4. Big event, a lot of money raised, which that's what bearding is all about if you don't know. And then we got the man, Matt McClear, Beard Laws. He's a pretty awesome dude up in New York doing his thing. And then we got the Weekend Crews, Big Sexy Saturday Night Live on Saturday. And then right after them, we got The Least We Could Do, and then us on Sundays. So, I don't know. You got anything to add, Kevin?
Not really. I got a special thing going on tomorrow that I'm going to be at the Mulberry doing some artwork.
Back at the Mulberry, yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I still got that slide on there or not.
At least they keep inviting me back. So.
Yep, the Mulberry Art Galleries, just downtown right now. What the Lux?
Everybody mad enough yet, so they're still asking me back. So.
So Kevin will be there tomorrow doing a little live chalk, right?
No, it's going to be this size actually. It's going to be acrylic.
Acrylic, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, another Sunday, let's take one last look back here at what me and Kevin got going on. It's our Fab Four, our version of the Talking Heads album. They had 4 heads on there, so we took the Fab Four of the monster world. But yeah, we'll probably have to finish that one off camera.
I mean, we're awful close, but yeah,
I think we'll wrap it up, and you have to wait to see the final product. How about that?
If we'd have done 2, we'd probably been perfect, but we did.
You want to put your brush down and do your sign off over here? Come on over. Let's sign them off. Send them on their way. Their bon voyage. Bon voyage. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, this coffee's really good. Yeah, we don't need earbuds in no more. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I don't know how people do it with those headphones, man. How they even hear anything.
Oh man, I mean, I don't like the muffs.
Well, you notice a lot of them take them off their ears. I can shut this down.
Yeah, but they're beeping at us. All right, let's one more check for the comments. Nothing.
I don't think anybody's listening to us, man.
No. Are we muted again? Is this thing on?
It doesn't look like mute, but I don't know. Let's try one more really quickie, maybe. You know, something that's a little more common.
What is today? You will win free shit. All you got to do is answer. What is today's date? The date.
I'm not even sure what today's date is. Okay, Friday was the 5th. Yesterday was okay.
What color shirt is Kevin wearing? Nothing.
Did Dixie ever come on?
No, she done gave up on us.
I guess so. I hollered at her. I said, in
She's-
3 weeks, if the weather stays good, I'm going to be painting the hood of her car.
Remember, Sharon's Karen. Give this episode a share.
Why couldn't you have it where she did her legs? She switched them.
Oh well, you know, trying to keep it.
It's still friendly. It's not like she showed anything.
But you can find me and Kevin there. We're always doing artwork. Kevin does live stuff all the time on the website, and like I say, he's doing live stuff tomorrow. So he's all week. I've started trying to do a little midday live painting throughout the week, just sporadically, just to see what's just to keep the juices flowing, you know. But I think other than that, we're gonna wrap it up here.
So thanks to the
Thanks
bearded,
to the Gypsy, thanks to Amanda and
the
the
Gypsy and Mad Hatter and their pup. Yeah, their pup just, like I said, took over the bed, but it was actually kind of, you know, comfortable. Dogs just know how to lay down. That's all I know. And then of course our sponsors, Orozco's
Hot Sauce.
and
Roscoe's Hot Sauce and Big Sexy Beard Brand. And we're supposed to be getting some stuff to give away, or we're figure that out. But apparently,
you know what it was? Probably everybody that came on was just at the Mo thing, so they probably already got some. So they're like, "Oh, let someone else have it."
yeah, I'm sure. But all right, you guys have a good night. We're gonna finish this painting up, and get the time lapse rolling. I actually did hit record over there, so that's good. So yeah, watch for the time lapse video of our painting coming out either tonight or tomorrow. Just depends on how much longer we wrap it up over here. And check us out on Talking Beards Network and all of our socials. And
yeah, keep tuned, because there's a lot of good things now. You know, the COVID's slowly being raised, the restrictions, so hopefully it'll stick this time.
get out and start doing things
You're
again.
even going to see us out and about, probably doing some more stuff.
God willing.
I do have a recorder. I can always just start filming some stuff and getting it to you too.
Yeah. Here's something out.
It's always good.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you happen to be around tomorrow at the Mulberry Art Gallery, I'm going to be there probably all day, and I'll be doing some artwork there. I'm actually going to do a Keeper of the Plains in acrylic with some other things that represent Kansas and Wichita. I know the Keeper Plains is going on there. I haven't decided if I want to add something like the Woo Shock or something, but I know it's going to be at least the Keeper Plains.
Little mashup. You know how we love our mashups.
Sunflowers and stuff, maybe. I'm going to keep it kind of simple. I don't want to get too complicated, but you know, we'll see. And yeah, the Shockers, man, won the AAC.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
I don't watch sports. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
Nothing against it. I just don't.
It's
have
the only one.
time.
It's the only one I
Yeah.
watch, and that's really cool. So that, you know, a team that was supposed to play 7th in the conference won the conference, and now pretty much a sure bid into the NCAA's. So that's cool. I'm a WSU grad. What can I say? I got to push my school.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They don't have football.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Still no answers, so I don't know. Guess y'all don't like free stuff.
Keep checking. We're going to start putting some of our artwork up for sale. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it.
Yeah,
we're still debating about it. And, you know, we can always use suggestions from the audience of experts there that I see are on our page. And, you know, what do you think the best way? Auction, raffle, just put a price and wait for someone to buy it? What? You know? And if you can't afford the actual originals, we got prints. You know,
Prints available on everything.
and they're going to be anywhere from probably $10 to $20, somewhere in between.
We got them $20, and I don't think we got the option for frame. I think we do. For framed, it's a little bit more, but you know, like I said, we haven't had any biters on them, so
We'll just keep doing it.
we're just gonna keep painting and having fun, and
I think originally we were going to try to do a live show.
maybe we will put it all in the gallery, other than the first 2 that are gone.
Right. Well, we can always put them in if they let us hang on to them. We can just put sold or something. We'll see. We'll see, even if it's the donut hole or something.
Yeah, put them up somewhere to display them. I mean,
so support local. Support local. You know, that's the only thing I can tell you. Support local, because the big wigs are making all the money anyway. And this COVID has caused a lot of places to close, and it's all been local stuff. So please support local. Did I say support local enough?
support local. Have a good night, guys.
All right. See ya.